we all have our things that we're good at, but something that you are just unbelievable at with the way you write your music is your sense of harmony and your
sure.
sense of knowing what to do, when to do it. We always talk about this.
Yeah.
So my question is, how in the pop realm, like, are you just like you have this vast sense of harmony? Like, how are you dialing it back, choosing when to go crazy, choosing when to do this? Like, it's like, I don't know. It just feels like the right moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because it's pop, and like, there's always that stigma of like, oh, it's what chord. But like, even the way that you reinterpret chords or like the voicings, it's different. That's what makes the Matthew sound.
Sure. Dude, that's such a hard question.
Yeah.
You give me like the test, the pop quiz right now.
Yeah, pop quiz, man.
Literally,
no, because I want to know, because I want to be like that.
You got that one. Like, dude, I feel like it's just doing less overall. Like, when I was playing jazz, it was like, you can throw in like the 9, the 11, the 13, like whatever color tones you think are necessary.
Sure.
I mean, at least that's the way I did it. Maybe that's not how you're supposed to do it, but yeah. So I used to just like throw like mad extensions in there, but now I like in pop, if I'm sitting down, it's about the melody, dude. Like, it's about the melody, and I didn't used to pay attention to the melody in jazz. Which is why I didn't actually succeed in jazz. But so, yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like instead of doing these massive voicings and letting the piano or whatever I'm playing on the piano like take precedence over anything else, I lay a foundation with it, and I think that it's more the role of the piano that has changed in my eyes than anything else. Yeah.
That's super cool, because obviously you play guitar now too. So that's taking up another role in your songwriting.
Facts.
Which is pretty crazy.
Yeah. And I think your harmony when you're playing guitar is different from your harmony when you're playing keys.
Yeah.
Right.
It's because you don't know enough about guitar because you've only been playing for like, 6 months?
Yeah.
Like, you haven't explored the different opportunities that like Nick has done in his years of playing.
Right.
Exactly.
But it's good because you have less of a like
bias almost.
Like when you're like snowboarding, right? Like, and mad people have been on the mountain, there's like grooves. And you kind of like, when you go down the mountain, sometimes you just fall into the grooves, right?
Right.
And that's like years of playing. But like, I think when you pick up a new instrument, it's like fresh powder. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
Like,
Great analogy.
Yeah, and I felt like for a really long time, the piano was the fresh powder for me, because I was like, oh, like I'm not like influenced by the biases that I've set up on the guitar by years of studying it, and in an institutional way too. You know what I mean? Not just like self-taught.
Right.
So yeah, but I feel like your chords, the reason they're so effective is because you're like referencing like very, very like staple piece chord progressions in pop, and then changing them in like very subtle ways. You know what I'm saying? Like you might take a chord. I mean, this is gonna get like into the weeds music theory, but you might take like a what is it, 4, 5, 6 chord progression.
Yeah.
And instead of going to the 6, you'll like go to the 2, or you like go to some chord that's like related to the 6.
Sure.
But it's just slightly different, and then you're just in this like weird like adjacent world to what you're used to hearing.
Yeah.
But like you actually went the extra step to make it like your own and a little bit different. And like all of the early Sunday dinner shit has that exact fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, I would say that's almost a signature for the early Sunday dinner shit, and a signature for your songwriting as well.
Facts.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I honestly didn't even pay that much attention to my chords like that.
Yeah, because
like,
it's natural, bro. That's just you. You know what I mean?
Yes, for sure. But there's, I mean, back to the guitar thing that you were saying, like, there is so much to be said about not knowing an instrument and sitting down with it.
Yeah.
Like, there's also just different capabilities that you can't really take advantage of on the piano. Like,
for sure.
Tuning a guitar down is like the coolest shit ever. Whether you do it in post or you do it before you actually start tracking it.
Right.
And like that's something that I've found to be like so inspiring to me. Like lately, it's just sitting down with the electric guitar and like just like putting it through an amp and just figuring out whatever the fuck I want to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I sit at the piano and I'm like, I know all my options.
Right.
Like I know all my options, and everything that I'm gonna play, I'm about to label as a cliche at this point. So it's like I'm not. I don't know. I like the piano for where it has its place in my productions, but other than that, like I'd rather play drums on the piano.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd rather do that.
Hell yeah, dude.